Welcome back, everybody, to yet another continuation of the unboxing of the 2022 Hot Wheels Mainline Factory Sealed Set. Man, I think I say that a different way every time I say it. That's a lot of words. But anyway, at the end of the day, it's a really cool set, and we are now on box 4 of 6. Trying to go through this pretty quick. This was a pretty decent box. If you've been following along with the other videos I've made so far, there's been a few cards that have had some damage. I think by far this one has some of the worst damaged cards. And I was actually having a little bit of a discussion with Diecast Cars. He also received this set. And guys, if you don't follow him, I'll try to leave a link for him in the description. A really good channel you should check out. But he had actually some damage on one of his, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. Even though it's a factory sealed set, just the way they package these things, I've tried to repackage these back the way they were, and some of them go pretty good, and some of them do not. But anyway, with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive into it. Some pretty good cars in this box. Maybe one of the better boxes we've done so far. Right off the bat, the first sleeve in this box, I did have a damaged car. You can see here with the Cruise Bruiser. I'm trying to reach over here. You can see it. Maybe it's pretty bent up. I had a few like that were pretty gnarly. I'm just showing the major ones. For the most part, the cards have been fine. And the ones that have been bent so far have been, fantasy castings or at least not super treasure hunts, and I'm hoping I continue that because it's kind of a growing concern that I'm going to pull a super treasure hunt or maybe another red edition or something that has a really banged up card. So you just hate to see it. But anyway, I digress. We have a couple of the head gasket cars here, which are kind of neat. I know a lot of people just don't care anything about fantasy castings. I think they can be pretty cool. We have two of the Veloci Racers, a Nissan Maxima drift car. That was a new model. Really cool model, something completely different than I never would have thought of. There's another one out for 2023 that I like really well, the red one. Interesting to see. They could do a lot with that casting. I'm interested to see what they do with it going forward. Here we have the Audi Avant RS2. This is a super that I actually did not find in the wild, and I've been looking for it, and man, now that I have it, it looks better than I thought it was going to. I really didn't think there would be as much difference in the Mainline. I knew the paint was going to be a lot different, but man, it's just a really good looking car, I think. Let's see, we have two of the Toyota Sprinters, and we're rounded out with this Mercedes-Benz A-Class. I'm not a huge Mercedes fan. Something about that in the blue looked really good to me. And I actually kind of liked it in the Zamac too. So, I don't know, just a neat little car. I know a lot of you may be Mercedes fans. I just never have really got into them. Nothing wrong with them. It's not really my cup of tea, I guess you'd say. Going to sleeve 2 here, we have Perfect Speed. A couple of tortoise shells. We have the Duck and Roll Treasure Hunt. We have 3 of the Ford Focus RSs. I believe the white one was a store exclusive. We have the Subaru WRX STI. And with the third one here being the red edition. And to be honest with you, it's pretty cool. I like the way they did the paint scheme and the wheels and everything on that. Here we have the Honda Civic Type R EK9, and the gold one here is the Super Treasure Hunt. Unfortunately, Diecast Cars was really looking forward to getting this, and his was, the card was damaged. Mine, fortunately, was not on this one. So, this is one I had actually found in the wild this year already. But it's cool to have another one in here. Good to have another example. And rounding this sleeve out, we have the red edition EK9, which is another very popular casting. Pretty much anytime there's an EK9, it's going to be popular, at least right now. Third sleeve here, not much to say. A couple of these only had 10 cars in them. We have the Bogzilla, 2 of the Nash. Do have 3 of the Volkswagen Beetles here, and I thought these were all really good looking castings this year. I swear this red edition don't really show up good on the camera, and it's not just the position I have it in, just something about it in the lighting does not show up good, but it looks really cool. And I don't have a Target near me, as some of you may know, so I very rarely get to run into red editions unless I take them in on a trade or something. So but I thought that was really nice in the red. Here we have the custom 70 Honda N600, and oh, which one of these? I think the red one is Best Buy exclusive. We have the Morris Mini Treasure Hunt. That one was pretty popular. Again, a pretty cool little casting. They had some pretty neat treasure hunts this year, I think. They were all right. And we have the 55 Chevy. The 55 Chevy, I think, is another one that, if you're not careful, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between it and the Super. The wheels are the dead giveaway on it, I think. But, you know, some of these just look pretty, really good looking mainline to begin with. I'll go ahead and show you this. On this sleeve, we had, and this one's very unfortunate because this is a nice casting, pretty popular, but yeah, tell me what happened there. I swear it's terrible. Very unfortunate, but it happens. Have another Bogzilla here. We do have the 55 Chevy Super, which looks really nice. I love the wheels on that. I think they suit that car so nicely. I also have this 55 Chevy, and I'll be honest with you, I forgot they did this color last year, but it's really nice. Looks really good on that car. I have the green 55 Bel Air. Keep wanting to call it Triassic 5 just because of the tampos there. And that's, I guess, probably the more common known of that car. We have another 57 Chevy here, 2 versions. The 59 Impala, and this blue one here, it was a Dollar General exclusive, and the 76 Greenwood Corvette. Going over here, we have the Pixel Shaker, which was a treasure hunt, and I actually looked up and found one of these left on the pegs at Target. It was one of the only cars left there. I'm assuming because it was a fantasy casting and everybody probably had their fill of the treasure hunts, but I was still surprised to find it there. We have 2 of the kit carts, 21 Ford Bronco, another Greenwood Corvette. And that's a really nice Corvette casting, I think, if you're into that body style of Corvette. Pretty cool. Really good for wheel swaps if you're into that sort of thing. Have the red edition there. 70 Chevelle, one with the wide body kit. Have a Mad Manga. Volkswagen Coffer Racer. Guys, you've probably heard me, if you've watched any of my other videos about the Super Treasure Hunts. This is something I like to point out. This car, if you don't know, like if you're just getting into Hot Wheels, I mean, looking at them side by side, you can tell the wheels are very different, but the paint, the base, the tampos, everything is so similar on this car. If you don't know to look for that specific type of rim, you could easily miss this. Or really what usually happens is people find this and think it's the Super Treasure Hunt. So, you know, several of those this year, but that one for some reason just sticks out to me when I think about that. We have a couple of the Roadster Bites and a Fast Fish. And the last sleeve in this box, we have the 21 Ford Bronco. We have a couple of Toyota Land Cruisers. I believe this red one here was the last Kroger exclusive. We have a Jeep Wrangler Treasure Hunt. That was a pretty cool casting. Another Fast Fish. La Fasta, a couple of those. A couple of the Mock It Go castings here. Draftnator, which was a treasure hunt. Tesla Roadster, and a couple of these Automobili, and I'm not even going to pronounce the middle name because I'll butcher it, but Automobili Batistas. I know nothing about these cars, but to be honest with you, they're really cool looking casting. I thought they did a good job with them and picked some nice colors to put on these. So anyway, that does it for box 4. If you're still with me, I appreciate you watching so far. Give us a like and a subscribe if you like what we're doing, and catch us on the next couple of boxes.